All right, collectors, thanks for joining me today, August 17th, Sunday, August 17th, 2025, for all the news, all the pre-orders, all the sometimes off the beaten path type stuff that I like to cover that a lot of other shenaniganizers don't cover. So I like to grab a little bit of everything, but as you know, most of my stuff is geared towards the G.I. Joe, Valaverse, Marvel Legends, you know, fun area. I don't do a lot of, well, I do a little bit of everything truly, because I do collect some wrestling, I do collect some independent stuff. But anyways, we'll get to that in a minute. I do want to send out a thank you, because I collected that commenter's tears in a jar, those man tears, and then I washed them over myself and dubbed myself, as he had done, the Walmart Professor. That's right. I've got a new moniker, the Walmart Professor. I went to many Walmarts to get that moniker, many of them. And so I'm just telling you, if you're a commenter and you go in there and spit some venom, I don't mind it. As a matter of fact, get ready for some good. Those man tears are just so hilarious to my family. Guys, you got to remember, this is a hobby. The only people that should take any of this shenanigans seriously are, like, you know, Valaverse, Toy Federation, DFW Vintage. So those are the guys that make a living off of it. For me, for you, this is shenanigans. This is a hobby. Getting over there mad about some toys. Come on, man. It's a hobby. Don't get crazy about it. So, but anyways, I love it. And hey, I was, like I said, I was bequeathed with the title of Walmart Professor. Jeez, I'm so mad. I'm so angry. Some random flip blackjack called me a name. Don't care. Don't. I'm sorry, guys. It's a good laugh. So, and you know what? I read a lot of those comments. I still try to read all of them. And I reply to a lot of the constructive criticism. I especially like to reply to the happy ones. Those are fun to do. And I like to empathize when people don't find what they're looking for. What a lot of you guys don't know is, you know, half the time you see me kicking rocks out the store, you think I just filmed the successful parts of the hunts, not the parts that suck. So anyways, you know what? Let's get down to enough of those shenanigans. I am your new Walmart Professor. I love it. I love it. Let's get down to the shenanigans that happened today, all the insanity. First thing, I got to eat a little crow here. I'll be the first one to admit, I have no idea how this happened or if Hasbro tweaked the numbers, being a conspiracist theorist, not really, but it's a hobby, guys. It's a hobby. Anyways, I don't know how I did not think it was going to fund at that level. I've been saying from the beginning, we would get the basic stuff. It was going to fund and maybe get the first tier. I've been saying that from the beginning, and I've backed 2 of them. But like I said from the beginning, it's a lazy offering. They didn't think it through, and I didn't think it was indicative of the larger audience, what they wanted. I wanted it, but the larger audience didn't seem sure about it. And all you have to do is look at how it funded. I think people got FOMO at the end, like, if I don't back it, So I think FOMO played a lot into this. But regardless, it funded like fire at the very, like literally like the last 5 hours were just amazeballs. They just went crazy on this thing. So yes, I'm very happy for all of you, for myself, that funded this and that got all the tiers unlocked. Good on you. Good on us for making it happen. And again, this is a hobby. Nobody had to spend the money to get this funded. So, you know, if you don't think it's worth it, that's a valid opinion. If you don't think it's worth it, it's a valid opinion. And not only that, you're free not to fund it. It's okay. And you won't get any criticism. Here's the thing. I don't like to criticize people for what they buy. It's their money and they can spend it as they see fit. Will I tell you that some things to me don't have the value for me personally to buy them? Of course, that's what I do on this channel all the time. I just tell you the value ain't there for me, so I'm not buying it. But if it's there for you, a lot of people, like I don't see the value in the Pokepoke cards. I just don't see it at all. But there is a multi-billion-dollar business surrounding it. So clearly somebody assigned some value to it. And that's okay. Don't let knucklehead YouTube toy tubers, whatever we want to call ourselves, yuck your yum, man. Collect for you and you'll always be right. So anyways, guys, it funded. I'm super happy that it did. It is what it is. I was just shocked, happily shocked, beside myself. What the heck? It was fun seeing it climb, and then we got it all. And if you guys don't know who Titan is, go read his comments. What was it? The video I posted yesterday. Go find the Titan. Man, he cracked me up. He cracked me up. I cracked the joke at the end, and then he cracked me. Anyways, he cracked me up. What else is in the news? These doggone islands. these islands that are driving people crazy. I'm speaking specifically about the guy who called me a Walmart professor. He was angry, so angry. Let me tell y'all something new I found out with some secret information about those islands. It's not really secret. Come on, don't take this seriously. And you'll see it in my next hunt video, what I found. Now, when I found this island, within 30 minutes of me finding it, if you're a follower on Instagram on my channel, then you would have known 30 minutes into it that I found it, where I found it, come and get it. You know, I like to think that a lot of, and actually I don't think a lot of people ran out here to get it. So, I mean, the opportunity was there for a lot of people to get it, because 5 hours later I went back to see if they had done anything different to it, because I know it has to have that, what is it, that display. It has to, and then they did. They went back and added some more stuff and added that display on it. So, you know, and even then there was still a bunch of stuff still there. So, I mean, that's 5 hours later, you know? So I think everybody had it. Everybody in the Dallas-Fort Worth area had a shot at it. But, you know, it is what it is. And now what I'm seeing is I'm seeing them pop up in more locations. So here's the interesting thing that I've noticed. And you're going to see it in my next hunt video. I've started to see the remnants of these islands, or one of two things is happening. The Walmarts that I've been to, some of them don't even have an island, but they have the merchandise from that island. And it's not displayed in an island, it's displayed randomly across the store. Just like, man, you feel like putting this thing up? It's got a lot of pieces to it. You want to do it? No. Man, just throw that crap out there. Just put it somewhere where, you know, where there's room for it. And they just go chunk it. Some of it ends up in clearance. Some of it ends up in, you know, automotive. Some of it ends up sprinkled around the toy section or up across the top of the, you know, toy area stuff. So if you don't see the island, you know, don't fret. Go look for it, you know, purposefully to see if you can find it out there. I just think that they just went, you know, some Walmarts just didn't care. And they were, I'm not putting that island up. That's a lot of work and I'm not doing it. So they just threw the stuff out there, whatever. Some Walmarts did do it. Good for them. So anyways, that's what I've been seeing. And so, like I said, don't fret, you know, all is not lost. There could still be out there, but it's just scattered about. Have I seen some, this is the other question that came up. Have I seen the merchandise with the board game island up? I have not. So the Walmart professor spoken. You guys are hilarious. All right. Let's get down to some cool off the beaten path type of stuff, since there's not a lot of news, but it's still fun to talk about. Pixis Designs, I've already purchased mine. That's why I'm talking about it, because, you know, I've got mine. Pixis Design has put up this, you can still get some on there, and I'm sure he'll print up some more. So nobody panic. It's a guy with a small 3D shop, and he's printing out some cool stuff. So anyways, Pixis Designs has this little modular office. Very cool, right? You could, I bought a couple of them because I want to see what I could do with them, right? So he's got a little modular office. It could be a guard shack. It could be a, you know, a check-in station. It could be, you know, you could put it inside another area inside your diorama, like a manager's office. I don't know, my brain exploded with possibilities with that. So I picked a couple of them up. I want to see how it goes. I want to see what I can use them in. I've got tons of diorama stuff, so you know, I just want to see where it goes from there and have a good time with it. So good job. Good job. So here's a picture of it, you know, in the kind of like a setting, right? And yes, it does fit the figures in there. It scales well. So anyways, go take a look at their web. I think he's on Etsy, Pixis Designs, you know, go check it out. He's on Etsy somewhere. I'll leave a link in the description below. All right, what else do we have? Yes, Gridiron put out skellies and different versions of the skellies, right? So I think you've got some beaten up, some silver ones, some Wolverine type of looking ones, some just like old, you know, just old rusty bones type ones. And they're basically little skeletons that you could just, you know, how appropriate for it soon to be Halloween. Plus maybe the Dreadnoks might need some of those skeletons. So they just put out the Swamp Hound, so maybe I can adorn. I'm gonna go get some. Anyways, you made a sale, Gridiron. I just talked myself into a sale. So, you know, maybe you could adorn some of your Dreadnought stuff with that. And the Dreadnoughts are crazy, man. So anyways, there's that. I don't want to leave out. I just couldn't make it. I couldn't make it. I have work and I'm gonna be traveling. So I couldn't make it there. I got a lot of stuff to get ready before I go. And the Toy Tuber Expo, August 17th, it's already happening now in New Jersey. I think Articulated Ninja had a big hand in it. If not, he was the one who put it together. Valaverse is going to be there. I just want to say, guys, have a great time out there. And I'm a little bit jealous that you guys get the Infantry Commando 2.0 before me. So, but for real, everyone have a great time out there. You know, I'm glad that everybody got together and, you know, put this out, you know, or organized it out there. So great job, Mr. Ninja, and I wish I was there. What can I say? So, all right, moving on from that. I saw this and I gotta have it. So here is the pre-order from 5K Toys, I believe. The official license. So this is licensed. There's no more shenanigans, third-party type stuff, or, you know, fake-a-rooney. Not the Deathstroke. So here he is. Deathstroke action, LPZZ 112 scale, Deathstroke action figure with pre-order bonus. You get some bonuses. You get, wow, the gun. I would think it would be something else, but you get that that weapon as a pre-order bonus. Why not? Well, you know, yeah, that's definitely of a great consequence. You got to have a weapon for Deathstroke. So especially a ranged weapon, you know, a rifle. So yeah, I went ahead and put in an order for it. It's $15 deposit. This stance in particular was the one that finally clicked in. It's very difficult for some figures to get that stance, the correct, you know. If you've had any kind of weapons training, the worst kind of way to shoot is from the hip, or for when you're doing like this, right? Or like this, or, you know, just, you know, all that mess. You know, the right way to do it, or up, you know. So when he did this realistic pose, this pretty good pose, I was like, oh, I can get the figure into that pose. Valaverse can hit those poses, and on occasion, quite a few of the Marvel Legends can hit those poses, but it's tough to make them hit there. Mayfix can hit those poses pretty good. Some McFarlane figures can hit those poses pretty good. But that pose is the one that I really like. I really need to have the figure, you know, I don't, you know, I just don't like it. Maybe it's because I've handled many weapons in my life. I'm like, it just bothers me. You wouldn't be able to accurately shoot that way. So, anyways, and definitely looking awesome because you get the extra head sculpt here with the sword and all that. Just looks like a great figure. Go out and order it if you like. I didn't order the Superman one, the Meta Toys one, and now I feel dumb about it. But This one I'm not missing out on because he looks cool. See, what did I tell you guys? That's why I really, some of the things that I like, Deathstroke really doesn't have any superpowers that I can think of. I think he might have some kind of augmentation or something. But he's a guy that gets hurt and he's just tough. So I don't know what it is. I just really like, like Iron Man, Punisher, Deathstroke, Batman. I already said Batman maybe. But anyways, those guys that their toughest, their strongest weapon is right in there. Anyways, that is actually the toughest weapon. Anyways, moving on from that. McFarlane's putting out this gold label Mr. Bones. I think this one isn't coming out. This page puncher isn't coming out with a page punching. It's coming out with a lithograph. So I actually like the look of this guy. I really do. I think he's only available on McFarlane website. He looks great. I don't know nothing about Mr. Bones, but doggone it, he looks cool. So I might pick him up. I'll just have to see if he's available. 28 bucks, not bad. Obsidian. Oh, I don't know who this dude is. It looks like an alternate version of Vision. I don't know who this guy is. Maybe it is Vision's evil cousin or something. I don't know. But it's not worth it to me. The value is not there. All right. Now this one surprised the heck out of me. And Mezco came out with Franklin Sparky Foreman. I mean, at first glance, I was like, this is kind of dumb. It's kind of stupid looking. But then as I started seeing more pictures, the trench coat, the gun, the cool looking fedora, and then the way he's got that attitude, I was hook, line, and sinker into this figure. I really liked it. I don't know if it's on a wait list now or not, but it was available for quite a bit. I think it was like a whole day. It was still available to purchase. So I pulled the trigger on this one. So here's what it comes with. It comes with 4 heads or 3. I think it's 3. Some cigarettes, cigarette pack. You can't sell this in the toy aisle. A whole bunch of different hands. And then, like I said, he comes with the overcoat, a bank bag, stacks of money, fish in a newspaper, a violin case for a weapon, probably. It just looks really cool. So, I forgot who was making, I don't know who on Etsy was making a guitar case, but you could put a gun inside of it. And I thought it was a spectacular idea, like the El Mariachi came out a while back, that movie with Banderas. Anyways, that was a very cool idea. I don't know if he took it the wrong way, but when I saw it, it was a little too big for 1/12 scale. So I constructive criticism, I said, hey, maybe reduce it by 15 to 20%, because I thought it was too big. Hopefully he took it the right way, because I really wanted to buy it, or 2 or 3, because that looks like I could have made my own mariachi band out of it. deadly mariachis. Anyways, moving on from that. What else do we have? Cypher. I think this guy, so we're talking a little bit about Warhammer. I know it's outside the realm, but I have played Warhammer since I was, I played it a lot, in those down times, and, I don't know if y'all know, but the Army's a lot of waiting and like 0.001% sheer terror. But mostly, it's a lot of waiting. Hurry up and wait. Those of you who've been in the military know what I mean. 15 minutes prior to 15 minutes prior. So, I played a lot of Warhammer. We carried a few with us, it was just something that, if you didn't want to play cards, and I got sick of cards, I even learned Pinochle. Who the heck learns that? I forgot it by now. But if you didn't want to play cards, you didn't want to play Pinochle, if you didn't want to play dominoes, then soldiers would find something else to play. And I was sick of all that. So we played this, And so here we have the 1/18 scale Cypher, the Fallen figure. A lot of mystery behind this guy. Is he good? Is he bad? What's his objective? He's from the Dark Angels chapter. The Dark Angels themselves are good, but then there are some of them that have fallen. And it's supposedly they're not good, but are they good, or they just have a different agenda? I don't know. Anyways, it's a cool figure. And then we also have little Horus over here. I think everybody who plays Warhammer knows who Horus is, but this is his cousin, brother, I don't know. They probably call him that because he's just as vicious and maniacal as him. So, you know, it was the Horus heresy that caused the entire Imperium of Man to, you know, collapse upon itself. So there you go. I think they're $75 a pop. All right, we finally come down to it. What was on my pre-order list? I passed on Mephisto. You know, ultimately I looked at it and I was like, nah, I don't need it. It's not because I can't afford it. It's just like, I wasn't excited about it really. I know a lot of you guys are excited about it, and good for you. But I mean, I know it comes with the throne and all this stuff. And somebody pointed out to me, this was actually a detractor for me, that he does have a soft goods cape, which actually made the decision a little bit harder. So when something is easy to pass on, it's an easy pass. When something is hard to pass on, it's a hard pass for me. I was very conflicted on it, and it's a hard pass. So it was tough, but I'm not gonna get it, just no. What I did order, and I know there's a lot of criticism around the Batmobile it flares out, it's squished, and it's a Batmobile. But this I'll tell you why I picked it up. Because this Batmobile, number one, I wish both doors would open, but one door opens. Cool. Definitely, I don't like Dukes of Hazzarding my figures into the car. I detest it. Bobby Valla gave us opening doors. Ramen gave us opening doors. I need freaking opening doors. And so this Batmobile has those. Not only that, it doesn't necessarily look like a Batmobile. And some people mentioned that it could have been a concept, an early concept, to throw back the flared fenders and stuff into a baddish look. But it doesn't look very baddish, right? You could use it for Blade. You could use it for the Punisher. You could use it for a custom. You could use it for just the Dreadnoks. You could use it for all manner of different figures. It doesn't have to be the Batmobile. Don't get stuck on that. So, I think for 70 whatever dollars it was, I picked one up. I might customize it a little bit, not too much because I like it the way it is, but I just didn't want to get stuck on that. I was like, no, you can use it for so many different things, and I don't care if it's not screen accurate because I'm just not going to use it for just the Batman. But I know a lot of you guys had that dream in your head. So what I think will happen with this is just me postulating, speaking out loud, thinking out loud, is I think McFarlane may take this car and call it, the next one he does, he'll tweak it a little bit and he'll call it like premium gold, premium gold elite Batmobile, and that's screen accurate in parentheses, right? So now you've got the first Batmobile, which I picked up, and then you're gonna have the elite, the Batman Batmobile. And that one will be $250, but it'll come with lights. I hope I didn't give him any ideas, because that's what he's gonna do. But I don't think he needs me to give him ideas. McFarlane's got his own ideas. He's been pulling shenaniganizing on us for what, a good 5 years now. I ordered that. I ordered the LPZZ Deathstroke. I ordered Sparky, and I passed on Mephisto. So there you go. What is on my hunt list? The island. I just like looking for it. I don't necessarily need anything from it. I just know that you guys like it when I find it, and I tell you where it is. So, yeah, that's about it. I don't necessarily need anything. I'm not necessarily looking for it. As a matter of fact, Trunks from that I met at the Metroplex store, now is a good friend, he actually found Vision for me, the last figure that I needed to complete the Void Wave. So Trunks, thank you, appreciate it. So that was a good find. And that was it for the news. Let's get over to the pickups. All right, let's get cracking with some of the deals that we got and the pickups that we got for this week so that you can see what I'm picking up. Anyways, I traded for this guy and one of the local traders that I have around here. The reason that I had never seen this one before. I know, it's incredible. You know, or maybe I have, but it never really clicked in my head. I've been looking for a specific thing in this figure that I really never found. And that is, he's part of the Bad Batch wave. Vice Admiral Rampart has a mouse. 15 bucks. Pick this guy up for 15 bucks. Might use the head sculpt for something else, might not, but it really was about this little mouse. So, mouse droid, is that what we call him? Anyways, gotta have one of those, right? So that was a deal. And then I picked this up online from, I forgot what his name was, but anyways, it was a well-known trader. He doesn't just sell to me, and he's not really my friend or not even an acquaintance, but he's a well-respected member of the toy hunting community. I forget his name though. But anyways, I know him because he hits me up all the time with different, he doesn't hit me up personally. He's just one of those guys that has a bunch of stuff, and he puts out when stuff goes up on pre-order. So I picked up an extra Storm Shadow from Mezco, fan-freaking-tastic figure, and a Black Skull from Mezco, fantastic freaking figure. Had to have these two, and when he made me the deal for 150, I want to say 150 for both. Come on. Yes, give me that. So that was the deal for that. You guys know that those figures are worth way more than that. And so I think what happens is sometimes, like I do, people clean out. You guys know how I make this collection stuff work. I've done videos on it. I've showed you guys how to do it. If you don't know how, go back and see some of those videos. And I tell you how I do it. I essentially thin out the herd every once in a while at the Metroplex Collectibles Toy Show. But yeah, I mean, it's just a recycle thing. I can't get to everything. And sometimes I want new stuff that catches my eye. Sometimes I don't want some of the old stuff, or it no longer interests me, or maybe you guys can take advantage of it, right? Sometimes I order extra stuff and I bring it to the show and sell it there. So my addled brain that's forgotten stuff is your guys' gain. So, all right, let's get on to the regular stuff. First thing that we found earlier in the week was a Batwing version 2. There's the UPC, so you guys can pick it up if you're looking for it. I had a really hard time getting this one or settling in on it, but I really like it. I like the design and stuff. I like the wings and whatnot, so I ended up pulling the trigger on it. Now this one I knew I was gonna get. I also found out there is a platypus version of this one, but I haven't found it. If I don't find the platypus version, I'm okay with that, because this is the iconic version of, to me, Deathstroke, right? He's done other ones before, but this one looks really good. It looks like a really good, I mean, people say it's the Teen Titans version, but look at that picture. It looks exactly like that. Look at that. That's Deathstroke. Uh-oh. I'll tell you else, I'm gonna have to take a break real quick because the better half of me just arrived with food. False alarm. Let's get back to it. All right, what else did I get? Well, let's just talk about the Marvel Island stuff that I picked up. I did pick up one Rhino for myself, and then another one for a buddy of mine who's looking for one, but there you go. That's the UPC code for it. Now, when I left the island, there were still a bunch of rhinos there. If you guys saw the hunt video, you guys saw that there were still rhinos there. Jeez. So many people get twisted, man. Yeah, you're taking all the rhinos. Yeah, you live like 4 states away. Relax. It's just a toy. Anyways, I also picked up a Jonah Jameson because he's good for background fodder. So there you go. Cool newspaper accessory as well. So there's that. And I have a custom idea in mind for this Sandman. So I'm excited about that. Looking forward to turning him into something special. What else do we have? Oh, we still got some more stuff from the island. I picked up a crystal ball from the island as well. There you go. Might do something with those extra head sculpts and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. I already have a few coming from, hold on, let me see. What is that one from? Okay. I already have a few of these coming from Hasbro Pulse, but I love the little pup in them. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's a really cool pup. So Law and Order, I picked up one from the Hasbro, or from the Marvel Island. There's the UPC code for it. What else did we get? Oh, and I did get 2 quick kicks. I have 2 of these coming from Hasbro as well. I got 2 of these. But I want to do something with, I mean, they've got some really good gear on, and all you got to do with Quick Kick to make him a different character is swap his head, because you can do a ton of stuff with this guy. It's just a really great figure to customize. So here is the UPC for Quick Kick and Beachhead 2-pack from Night Force. And the Night Force team is better to me than the, what do you call it? The other team, the Python Patrol, the Mustard Patrol. It's just, that just looks stupid. But I mean, if you guys like it, good for you. Good for you. I got these little guys in early because I am a vice president at Hasbro. Yeah, right. Just like I'm a Walmart professor. Anyways, I got these guys in early. The dive team, I suspect they'll be very much available at Walmart. I mean, at Target. So nobody freak out. I think they're going to be pretty much readily available, I bet, just like the Firefighter was. So there is the UPC code if you want it. So there's that. What else did we get? Oh, also from the Marvel Island, because I want to do more customs and I like doing customs, I'm going to tear these guys apart, do some stuff with them because I feel like it. Because I feel like it. That's why. What else? Oh, what else did we get? We got, also, because I'm a vice president at Hasbro. Some of y'all gonna believe that. You're gonna be looking for me at Hasbro. I got a Cobra Commander. Yeah, early. There you go. There is his UPC code. So there's that. I'll put y'all over here now. Running out of room. Oh, I forgot to go pick up my comics. I hope they hold them another week. And I also got the version 2 of Major Blood. So there you go. And here is the UPC code. Very nice. What else did we get? Let's get through all. How did I get? I got an extra Footloose, but I don't remember how. No matter, I'm keeping him. So here he is, the extra Footloose, and I'll be right back. All right, back to it. Oh man, I'm full. But delicious, delicious. Here we go. What did we have? Oh, this one came from Big Bad Toy Store. I am a huge proponent of this video game. I challenge Art G to Street Fighter 3. So Art G, if we ever meet up, I'm definitely bringing a Street Fighter 3 console so we can. So anyways, I do enjoy Street Fighter figures. He's from the lineup. I was never really, this one I wasn't really searching for at Target because I was like, if I find it great. I was never a good Vega fighter. I just wasn't. Well, I didn't like him because he was always kicking my tail. So anyways, but he is a, part of an iconic part of that franchise. So I ordered one from Big Bad. I probably won't buy one from Target. I just want one to have. So anyways, here he is. If you guys love playing Vega, there's his Here, let me see if I can get it right there. There's the UPC for it. Have fun searching for that bad boy. And yeah. Now, I did get this from Big Bad Toy Store, and I am excited about it because I want to see how it compares to the Jada product. And that is Ken Storm Arena from the Alpha, Street Fighter Alpha 3. Street Fighter Alpha 3. So here's the UPC code, because you're not going to find them at the stores. You're just not going to find them. So there's that. Now, this is the craziness, that the shenanigans that happened last week. Don't know how this happened or why it happened. Why are these two Target exclusives at Walmart? Why are they? Have no business being at Walmart. Yeah, they were. They're confirmed exclusives. There is literally, see, look at the back. This is the right one. This is the right, nothing has changed. This is the correct version, the correct, picture on the back. I don't know, did the wrong shipment go out to Walmart? And then, the Walmart employees ain't gonna care. It's gonna be like, just put it out. It's just a toy, put it out. All right, and for those of you that didn't know, I am a huge, gigantic Operation Monster Force fan. Why not get two more of these bad boys? Yes, indeed, I had to get them. This is a great figure. This is a great custom figure. They're a little bit pricey, but doggone it, these are good figures. They're really good figures. I like them. My opinion. And also, I had to get me a Monster Force, Operation Monster Force t-shirt. Operation Monster Force t-shirt. There it is. So, Big Bad. Well, that's the hunt. That's the haul. That's everything that was, that I cared about this week. So I hope you guys, you see, I thought that would be funny. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, we'll be at the Metroplex Collectibles Toy Show August 23rd. That's next weekend, having some fun, providing some deals, providing some steals. Maybe I'll get a few steals out of it. We'll see how it goes. Again, it's nothing but fun. It's nothing but a good time. Free admission. We're going to have some cosplayers. Might even have some Ghostbusters show up. Might even have some Imperial Stormtroopers go through my wares and ensure I'm complying with the Imperial mandates. But anyways, it's just a good time had by all. Good family fun. And, it allows me, to kind of keep in the toy habit, the toy collection going. Sell some things, recycle some things, bring you guys some deals, and take that money and, again, collect responsibly. I already told you guys how to do it. I'm not going to go through it again. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoy the shenanigans, if you enjoy the news, if you enjoy the reviews, if you keep coming back, why not like, why not subscribe? Who knows? You could show up in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex at the Metroplex Collectibles Toy Show, grab yourself some free stickers, talk some nerd talk, toy talk, hobby talk with this guy, and have a good time, right? That's the worst that could happen. So, thank you so much for watching. As always, special thanks to the members. Their input, generosity, and guidance allow this guy to bring you better content. As always, as long as you guys keep watching these shenanigans, I'll keep rolling them out. And just for you, whoever asked for it, your face is a snake face.